Okay, part 2 of the Arachnotour video. So number 49 is a 3/4 inch Haplopelma lividum. So basically that is the infamous cobalt blue. I called her this one Midnight a second because the other one passed away. Pretty cool. Number 50 is a Haplopus species Columbia large, the pumpkin patch. The Columbia large actually gets a little bit larger than the small form. This one gets up to having a 4-inch leg span compared to the 2-inch leg span of the smaller form. And they're very identical in care to the Cercosmus species. So definitely you have to rehouse this one into a small deli cup. So wait for that video on the weekend because I won't be that busy. Oh boy, this is going to be really hard to see. This is T number 51. This is a Heterothele gabonensis, the Gabondorf. And you probably can see, I'm going to point where the T is. Right about there. This is the smallest tarantula that I have in my collection. Right now it's about a 1/6 of an inch. These only get up to having a inch leg span, so it's really not a very large T. And there it is. Little small guy. These are my last two scorpions. This is a Hatogenes possidens, also known as the flat rock. Most notable for their skinny weeny tail. She's quite fat, so she's maybe possibly gravid. Have yet to see this one eat. And this is the last scorpion I have. This is a Heterometeris spinifer. Yeah, also known as the Asian forest scorpion. Very similar to the Emperor, except Emperor is a little bit bigger and it's much more black. This one is more of a bluish color to them. Unfortunately, I had a unfortunate passing from one of my true spiders, the Heteropodra venatoria, the brown huntsman spider, but it is to be expected since true spiders really don't have a long lifespan compared to tarantulas. But I think Tarantula Canada has quite a few of them, so I might pick one up at the expo. I'm not sure. She's cute. Good eater too. Alright, this tarantula right here, number 52, is a Holothele inci, the Trinidad olive. In my opinion, this is one of the best communal species out there. Not very aggressive in temperament, but extremely fast and a deep burrower. So this is pretty much a full-grown specimen named Abby. Wow, look at her holes. Cool. Number 53, I'm actually going to keep it like this because I won't be able to see her if I try to move the enclosure. This is my Hysterocrates gigas, also known as the Cameroon red baboon, named Elena II. Deep burrower. This is an adult female, around 5.5 inches. Pretty much full grown. And I got the supposedly Hercules, which is number 54. This is around a 3/4 inch specimen. I got this one from the import that they had. There it is, a little small sling around 3/4 of an inch. Supposedly rumored to be one of the largest African species out there, but we'll see if that's true. Alright, so I don't know if you can see the feet right over here. This kind of scared me because I tried to look for her and couldn't find her. This is a P.metallica Singapore Blue, or the Singapore Violet. Jasmine, I believe it could be a suspect female. Number 56, Lasiodora difficilis, the fire red bird eater. 5.5-inch female named Dora. 58 is a Lasiodora fracta, smoky gray bird eater. Willow is a 3-inch confirmed female. Another neat treehouse is Lasiodora klugi, male. Bahia scarlet bird eater. His name is Necroth, around a 3-inch specimen. Very fat too. Number 60 is one of my Lasiodora parohybana, salmon pink bird eater. This is Daniela. She was raised from a sling 4 years ago, and now as you can see she's around, I would say, a good 5.5 inches and only half grown. Freshly molted a couple of weeks ago. Alright, number 61 is my other Lasiodora parohybana. This is the smaller one, named Goma. And number 62 is my last LP. This one here is Daisy, 6-inch female. Freshly molted as well. Yeah, she's getting very stocky built, so she's putting on some size now. Dear, I completely forgot about these. Here I have a pair of Heteroscadra maculata Togor starburst baboon. I got a 4.5-inch female named Libby in here. Libby I got as a 1/2-inch spiderling in 2007, and it's around full grown, so I don't really get to see her at all very much. So she's almost never featured in any of my feeding videos. It's a shame. But I do have Grashina. She is the larger female. If you remember, by pulling out the H. maculata sac video, that is one of my most popular videos at 1.6 million views. I never would have expected to be that popular. But anyway, she's still alive and doing well. Let me get this enclosure out of here. Gotta be careful. It's a little bit dry in here. I gotta mess it up a bit in there. And there she is. This is a full-grown H. maculata. Very impressive arboreal. Number 65, I guess I'm going to include it as a tarantula. This is a Lycosa, commonly called the European wolf spider. I'm told it gets an impressive size, around 4 inches. This is one of the birthday editions that I got. Number 66 is Vera. This is a inch specimen now, Lasiodorides striatus, commonly known as the Goliath stripe-leg bird eater. Very similar to your LP. Quite easy to care for too. Alright, this is not a tarantula at all. This is another cool arachnid. This is a Mastigoproctus giganteus, also known as the giant American vinegaroon. Yeah, it's a pet haul, so that is pretty much all you can see with it. Has the coolest attacks though, and it does squirt out vinegar from its extremely long tail. But I've never actually seen that happen, so they only do that as their primary defense mechanism, so I don't really tend to bother Vinny much at all. But he's very cool though, I love him. Alright, Lily came to say hello. This is a rare specimen, one of my most rare species of all time. This is a Monocentropus balfouri. This is commonly called the Socotra island blue baboon. Extremely rare. This could be a suspect female. You can really see the colors on it, and it's very cool. Not really defensive as most baboons, but they are kind of fast and kind of pet holes, so they're cool anyway. Wow, just love the blue colors on it. Kind of reminds me of a H. lividum, but oh dear. Oh, hang on. I got an escapee. Always be careful when you're dealing with baboons. There we go. Alright. Close that off there. Scary. Wow, quite the excavator. So this is about 1.5 inches. Megaphobema robustum, the Colombian giant redleg. This one here, I don't really know what the sex it is. Probably, I could suspect that it could be a male, but I have to check the molt and see. So this is what I have in the Nondu genus. I have here a Nondu tripepi, giant blonde bird eater, Darius, who's a male. Okay, this one here I'm not going to take out because it's really bad in hairs. And if you probably can see little legs, that is a 5-inch female Nondu Colorado villosus, also known as the Brazilian black and white. Reason why I'm not going to prod this one out because the hairs are extremely bad on the species, and I do have an allergic reaction to it. I break out in hives every time I open up the cage. Ouch. And I still feel itchy right now. And this is one of my favorite ones. This is a chromatus, the white striped bird eater. This is a 4-inch female named Nadia. It's got a little bald spot, but that's normal for New World species to kick urticating hair. For the O's. Ooh, she's pretty. This is number 72, an Oligosteri diamantinensis, also known as the Brazilian blue dwarf beauty. And you can see Ocean is a pretty specimen of that. That's why I called her that. Look at the blue colors. She's almost a full adult. They're not going to get very big, not very aggressive, but holy crap are they ever fast. Okay, this is Rowana. This is the Filipino orange, formerly known as a Selenobrachy genus. Now it's called an Orphanaceous. Definitely going to need a rehouse. I'm going to be putting most of my slings and pill jars from that to a deli cup. And she is definitely one of them. It's growing very fast. Used to be a brown spiderling, now it's orange. Just like my OBT. Alright, everyone. Introducing Shelob, Pamphobeteus species chicken spider. This is the largest tarantula that I have. I think she's personally larger than Gretel, which is my Goliath bird eater, the burgundy form, not the real one. She stands at a staggering 9-10 inches. She is huge. Doesn't eat chickens though. She loves her supers and her crickets, and she's got a fat abdomen to prove it. Yeah, some say that this Pamphibidius chicken spider might actually be the true P. antinus. Number 75 is another quite a rare Pamphibidius, not as rare as the chicken spider. This one here is a Pamphibidius ultramarinus, commonly called the Ecuadorian purple-pink femur. They won't get as large as this chicken spider, but they get pretty sizable too, around 6 to 8 inches, and they are extremely pretty, especially after they molt. This is a little spiderling named Gus or Lauren, depending if it's a male or a female. This thing grows like molasses. This is a king baboon spiderling, Polinobius muticus, formerly known as Cytheraceus crochetii. Yeah, Alice II. Very, very slow growing, but extremely long-lived. Now the Spawn from Hell genus. Alright, this here is Don Manuel. It is a Cuban bronze male, around 3 inches. It's got a nice brown and bronze carapace to him. Still defensive as the Cancerides and the Platus. Not ones to mess with. Alright, this is Isabella. She is a nasty little devil. This is a P. Cancerides, also known as the Haitian brown bird eater. She's webbing considerably, so it could mean that she's in pre-molt, but as I'm looking at her now, she has her bald spot that's skin colored, so yeah, you can see why she's nasty. Oh my god. Whoop. Yeah, she's out for blood. She's one of my very few tarantulas that I label as aggressive. She's one of them. Alright, this is number 80, another P. Cancerides. As you can see, she's already in threat pose. She's no better in temperament than my other one. Yeah, there she is. Nasty, nasty T. Her, along with Isabella and my S. calceatum, are the most aggressive tarantulas that I have. Usually I never actually associate tarantulas with being aggressive. These three are the exception. But then again, individual specimens do vary. There can exist a docile Haitian brown, but I have yet to see one. Yeah, another rehouse for this one. This is a Formictopus platus, the Caribbean island bird eater. Sort of like a P. Cancerides, except they get a grayish color to them. Temperament, I suppose they're going to be just as bad as the ones I already have. But she's a very aggressive eater, so she always eats. And I think I named her Holly. Holly Jolly. Everyone, this is my favorite part of the video. Time to show all my impressive pokies. Poecilotheria. So here we have Poecilotheria bara. This is the ivory lowland ornamental. As you can see, here's her legs. She's really pretty. I've raised her ever since she was a ½ inch spiderling 3 years ago. And now she is a staggering 6½ inches, and she's fully grown. My favorite tarantula. Here is Lucky. This is a confirmed female Poecilotheria fasciata, Sri Lankan ornamental. Number 84 is a Poecilotheria formosa, Salem ornamental. This is Salem, my full-grown female, 7 inches. Number 85 is a P.hanumavilasumica. This is known as the Arachnotour ornamental. Zafina, who I might suspect that it might be a male. Number 86, a rare gem in my collection, is Mia, P.metallica, Goody Sapphire Ornamental. This is a 4 to 5 inch confirmed female. You can tell it's female by looking at the folio strip. Look how bright it is. In males, they'll be much more darker, so you won't be able to see the vibrant patterns. That's usually how we can tell dorsal sexing with pokies, and it usually works. So that's amazing that I actually caught her in the open like that. Usually she loves hiding in back of their backdrop. Yeah, now she's going back. She loves it there. Number 87, another favorite of mine, is a Poecilotheria miranda. This is known as the Bengal spotted ornamental. This is a 5 inch female. Get this, what's her name? Miranda. Kind of a nice name for her. So let me just zoom in and you can see her. Alright, this is another big female. This is a Poecilotheria ornata, fringed ornamental. This one is named Okami. She's around, let's say, a good 8 inches. Okay, 89 and 90 are my pair of Poecilotheria regalis. Indian ornamental, this is what they look like up close and personal. So this is Zelda, fully grown 8.5 inch girl, and she actually was a mother last year. I bred her twice, and she gave birth to 35 babies. And in here we actually never see this one very much, though I do feature her sometimes as she's out in the open, is my other regalis named Pandora. And there she is. Look at her pretty colors. Yeah, definitely very, very skittish. Although not too defensive compared to the P. ornata or the P. fasciata. Yeah, almost full grown. They get up to having a 9 to 10 inch leg span, so they're pretty huge for pokies. Number 91, I have a pair of Poecilotheria rufulata, commonly called the red slate ornamental. So this is Sephora over here, doing very well. And I'll show you Caitlin, my mature female. She's absolutely gorgeous. Alright, this one here is a Poecilotheria smithy, also known as the yellow-backed ornamental. Once then really sought out pokey. Back a couple years ago there were the rarest species along with the P.hanumavilasumica. Now people are starting to breed them now, so the prices have dropped considerably. So this was the very first one that I bought, and it ended up being 100% female. And her name is Allison. You've probably seen what a P. regalis look like. Striata look very, very similar, except they have a much more darker carapace. I have two of them over here. This here is a mature male striata. You can see that he doesn't look as pretty as a female. And I do have a little spiraling right over here. 96, P.sp Highland. This is the Candy Highland Ornamental. Little sling. This is the last Pokey I have. This is a Pocotheria tigrina wesseli, the Wessel Tiger Ornamental. As you probably can see, she has a bad leg because she had a rough molt, but I do believe that she needs to molt again because right now she's fading colors. You can see pretty much you don't even see her abdomen patterns at all. Also hasn't been eating very much, so that's why you haven't seen her in recent feeding videos. But I did rehouse her because I had a little small mite infection that claimed that my P.sp life, and I just started to notice that on my tigrina wesseli cage and had to rehouse her. So I didn't record this on film, but she's quite possibly my second most docile Pokey next to my Bara. Alright, this is a Phidippus regius. The jumping spiders. What you're seeing now is the male. As you probably have seen in the previous video where I just uploaded when I got the hamster, he freshly molted, so you can really see his green chloroceri. You can see his eye arrangement. These are one of the best spiders to have a great field of vision. They're much better than tarantulas, as they can see really closely. Just gonna scoot him back in there. Good boy. No. These will be future breeding projects, since I do have a pair. And the female, you're probably not going to see very much because she's webbed herself inside of a corner here. So I'm assuming that she might actually molt. Number 98 is a Samopos cambridgei Trinidad chevron. So here I'm going to show you my little spiraling. And then this is the big adult, number 99. This is Trina. She's 7 inches, fully grown, one of the largest members. And this is what a female looks like. Let me just zoom out so you can see her. Yeah, most notable for their green coloration and orange little paws. And a super hungry eater. Number 100 is a Samopos erminia, a Venezuelan sun tiger. And this is Josie. She has been mated twice with Greg's mature male. Now he's with his friend Kenneth. Hopefully that they're going to do a successful mating attempt. She's around 5 inches adult, so it's pretty cool. Number 101 is my Samopos pulcher, Panama Blonde. There she is. And I just recently updated this guy, Pocotheria reduncus, also known as the Costa Rican orange mouth. Where is that little guy? He's right over here. Freshly molted, so he is around, I would say, a good inch and a quarter. Oh my goodness, I totally forgot about these. I still have one more Pokey to show. Collection of molts here. Pocotheria vitata, formerly known as P. peterseni, ghost ornamental. Where is this one? Oh yeah, there she is underneath. And then I'll show you my male, fortunately cross between a ornata and a vitata. And I'll show you why I'll tell that this is a male. So let's get him out of there so you can see. Yeah, so you can see his patterns compared to my Smithy, that the black outline is much more prominent than the white outline, so that's how I can tell it's a male. And that's what he looks like, and you can see he's much more darker colored compared to females. Females should be much more brighter and more of a whitish color. He's almost brown, so he's for sure a male. Alright, number 105 is a Arachnotour lagardi. This is the Fort Hall baboon. And that's Star, adult female, 4.5 inches, fully grown. And I have another one here. I thought that this was a cortatus when I originally bought it. Now it's not. It's a lagardi. Deep burrower, so don't see that one anymore. Number 107 is the Arachnotour moranus red form, commonly called the OBT, orange baboon. My specimen unfortunately can't be seen. She's in her cave since the egg sac went bad and they all died off. She decided to become a recluse once again. It's real unfortunate because I do love seeing her. This one here is my only Australian species. This is a Phlogius crassipeps, formerly known as Selenocosmia crassipeps. And there she is, Nicole, a 5-inch girl. I didn't want to destroy her hole, but many of you wanted to see what she looks like, and there you go. As for Dominic, this is the Scolopendra alternans, the giant Haitian centipede. This is the mother of the babies, dark mahogany morph. She's taking special refuge in the pyramid. Now she's Egyptian. And this is one of the babies, Scolopendra alternans. You've just seen the mommy. This is unfortunately the last one that I have left. Number 109 is a cool tea. This here is a very skittish 7-inch female Cericopalma rebronitans called the Panamanian red rump. Number 110 and 11 are my vicious pair of Stromatopelma calceatum, commonly called the featherleg baboon. So this is Xena, a little juvenile 2.5-inch specimen, suspect female. And I'll show you Darcy. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I will actually show her. There she is. I'm not going to open up her cage because when she's high like that, she becomes very defensive. And these are actually one of the few species that will actually come after you. These are actually fearless teas, and you really should not mess with them unless you really know what you're doing. Even I am scared when I have to open up this cage, because if I try to do that, usually she'll thread at you. I have to give an award for the fastest tarantula in the world. It's going to be definitely this species, Tapnechenius gigas, the orange tree spider. So this is Barb, my juvenile female. I do have a mature male, Mr. Leahy. He's currently with Tarantula Canada, courting with one of their females. Hopefully this exact will be a success like this one. These were brothers and sisters at one point. It's such a shame that he matured faster than she did, because I would have loved to mated her. And this is one I mated originally last year. Yes, she is kind of mean. This is baby Lisa. Tapnicinius Sancti Vincenti, which is the St. Vincent's tree spider. As you can see, a very, very defensive arboreal, and not to be held. Alright, this is the second largest tarantula that I have. This is Gretel, a Theraphosa sturmi burgundy Goliath bird eater. She's around 8.5 to 9 inches, almost 10. Shelob is definitely much more larger than her. And she does have the pink on her body because she didn't have a great mold. So let me just bring her out in the open for you. Just want to show you how incredibly large she is. Yeah, she's a monster. For my Thrixopelma collection, the Sanulum definitely is going to be rehoused tomorrow. Cobalt red rump, Marin. A very, very docile species. One that I highly recommend for the beginner. It's 114, 115 is a little T. ockerty. Giant Peru flame rump, another very green, really green tarantula with a bright red abdomen once they get older. Very easy to care for. And this is the one I got from Jan, Sturmy76. Is a Thrixopelma pruriens, also known as the Chilean green velvet. This one is on the little more defensive side and is much more quicker than the other two. Alright, last two spides. Here is a Viridaceous species Madagascar. Madagascar fishing spider. And the last T that I have in my collection is a Zenithus emanus. This is Genesis, a male, a mature male, Colombian luster black. And of course, an Arachnotour is never complete with my non-arachnid friends. And here's Maggie, a 9-year-old female Shih Tzu. I got a little hamster over here. You've probably seen in the video I just posted recently. This is Naya, a little Russian dwarf hamster. It's also called a Campbell's mini hamster. I think she's around 2 to 3 weeks old. I've been handling her every day just to try to tame her, and she's bitten me a couple of times, but not too hard. That's how you train them. And then of course, they are a complete mess. And they love to make a mess of everything, and that's why they call themselves guinea pigs. So here is Haley. She is my Sheltie, or silky, long hair. She's a combination of orange and white. And here is Leah. Come, Leah. She's the more nervous of the bunch. Yeah, she is an Abyssinian. And they love purring. Yeah, gotta go clean their cage today. Alright everyone, so I do hope you enjoy the fantastic tour video. So I counted at least 117 tarantulas, 3 scorpions, 2 centipedes, 1 tailless swift scorpion, 1 vinegaroon, and 3 true spiders, and 1 megalomorph, which is the trapdoor. So, hope you like it, enjoy it everyone, and stay tuned for more vids.